we are now going to head to the Wuhan venue of the Spring Festival Gala.
Well, it's a great city with great people. The heroism demonstrated by the people over the years has been very great.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
They are now on Snake Hill, the Yellow Crane Tower, one of the iconic landscapes of Wuhan, of course, the year of the snake. They are on Snake Hill. Very apt. So let's go back and take a look. Stunning visuals coming into Wuhan, Professor Tung. Of course, coming in with that visual of the iconic Yellow Crane Tower, originally built 1,800 years ago as a strategic watchtower. It is a symbol of Wuhan. It sits on Snake Hill, year of the snake, very apt again, and it overlooks the mighty Yangtze River.
Well, absolutely. This is a historic city, in fact, that had been garnered the honor and glory of China in this very strategic place, the central China. It is indeed, as you said, I mean, it sits on the great Yangtze River and really kind of breathes Greek culture.
Yeah.
Great poets like Qu Yuan, I mean, the city is ultimately connected to. The great patriotism, heroism, the love of the country, the culinary culture as we see in this episode.
The cuisine of Wuhan is absolutely delicious. We see now, I would say, dinner staples. Have you tried hot, dry noodles?
Oh,
Professor
yeah,
Tung?
absolutely. That's a must.
Breakfast staple in Wuhan, sesame paste, pickled vegetables, chili oil, absolutely delicious.
And the famous wuchang fish.
Yep.
Yeah, one can never miss that very dish.
It's fish right from the Yangtze River.
Yes.
Oh, this cruise. I've tried this before. It is a must-go-to if you go to Wuhan to try it out. Wuhan, of course, Professor Tung, one of the cities that has the 240-hour visa-free transit policy.
Right, you are. I mean, in this case, we would like to invite our international tourist friends coming over to visit the city.
Yeah. So if you're traveling from China to a third country or region, stop by Wuhan and experience the magic of the city yourself.
The chimes are actually one of the greatest Asian musical heritage.
Yeah. Have you heard of the chime bells of the Marquis of the state of Zheng?
Yeah, right.
So these were a set of 65 chime bells that were unearthed near Wuhan. And we see elements of that in this performance right now, these chime bells. So this was unearthed. It belonged to a marquis back in the state of Zheng in China's Warring States period. So this would be, I would say, over 2,300 years ago.
Indeed, it offers this very long-lasting kind of a musical feast to people from all over the world. I know a friend who actually worked this chime into his rock and roll music composition.
That is incredible, how to synchronize these two instruments. A chime bell from back in those days with rock and roll.
Well, this city floating on the river. I mean, I've always considered my friends in Wuhan lucky. I mean, you have the river, you have the mountains, right? You have the new technology, you have everything out there, the great food.
And let's not forget about the wonderful bridges that we can find in Wuhan.
Yes.
The Wuhan Yangtze River Bridge. I would say that bridge, Professor Tung, really symbolizes China coming of age in terms of the modern infrastructure era, because it is the very first permanent bridge built across the mighty Yangtze River. in China's history was so hard to get from north and south across that river. And
yeah, I mean, it is also a great historical city, as the first shot of revolution, the Xinhai Geming, was fired here in this great city, in Wuchang, part of this greater Wuhan city.
we saw the bridge right now. It's really more than just about the function of the bridge. It's about connecting China's north and south, an icon of connectivity.
Yeah, and think about the China in the since the 1940s, 50s, and eventually into the 60s and 70s, right? The huge leap forward economically.
Yeah.
And in terms of this technological advancement.
Speaking of technological advancements, we had a glimpse of a suspended, that bridge, that Wuhan Yangtze River Bridge. We just saw a high-speed rail going through it. We need to mention that this is a dual-purpose bridge. So you have the highway on top, railway on the bottom.
Right.
Speaking of technology, Professor Tong, you can find what's called a suspended monorail in Wuhan. I'm not sure if you tried that, but it's basically a monorail suspended above ground, and the floor is transparent in that monorail.
It's almost like a maglev, right?
It's like a maglev, yeah. So we are treated again to this visual light feast where we have the Yellow Crane Tower inspiring again countless, I would say, Professor Tong, countless scholars, poets going on to the Yellow Crane Tower and penning a verse. Let's listen in and watch.
On New Year's Eve, families across China gather to celebrate a feast that's all about reunion and prosperity. And here is the best part. Each region has its own unique flavors and customs to mark this special night.
And you're absolutely right. And I know for a fact here in Beijing, one of the most beloved traditions is making and eating dumplings, or jiaozi. These little pockets of joy are typically stuffed with ingredients like meat, cabbage, or chives. Eve, I bet jiaozi isn't new to you. Talk to us about your go-to flavor here.
You definitely nail it. You know what? Jiaozi has always a spot on my table. I am definitely a vegetable, a fish, but as well a pork lover, because I am a meat lover through and through. What about you, Anna?
Well, of course, me too. And especially in Chinese New Year Eves, it's very important, the dumpling. Can you imagine a family all together around a table, chatting, laughing, and making the dumplings? It's such a beautiful image, isn't it?
Absolutely. And it's not only about food, it's also about creating memories and welcoming the new year with hope and love.
Welcome to Panda Momo's kitchen. Today is Chinese New Year's Eve. I'm gonna make some dumplings. Let's cut up some fresh bamboo shoots, then mix them into the minced meat. Next, I'm gonna need some dough and roll it out into wrappers. Now we can start making dumplings. And time to put the dumplings in the pot. See? Dumplings are ready.
Hi, Hello. And hello, everyone. This is Pablo here.
Hello, everybody. I'm Shani. Let me introduce my friend from Italy, Vittorio.
Hello, my name is Vittorio. I'm a chef from Bari in Italy. And also, we have another friend, Mr. Yang Guang.
Hi, I'm Yang Guang. I'm a food YouTuber and architect.
In the north part of China, on New Year's table, dumplings are must-have dish, right?
Of course.
Yes, and today Vittorio brought something special related to Chinese jiaozi.
Not only in China, it's a very special meal, but also in Italy we have ravioli, which is one of the most important dishes in our culture. So this is our spinach pasta dough. The filling, which is potato, taleggio, cheese, which is the cheese from north of Italy. Do this work to let the hair come out. And for me, you know, it also reminds the Chinese golden lingot. So it's a good wish for good wealth, good year. After making the ravioli, we need to boil it.
Yes.
And this is the final result.
Wow. Chinese ingredients with the Italian ravioli. Culture connection through food, right?
Sure.
Jenny, I couldn't help but notice that you have carried a pretty huge box today. I wonder what that is.
These are traditional steamed buns, and they are New Year lucky charms because there's a Chinese saying, 蒸蒸日上, which means thriving and rising.
And now Mr. Yang is going to introduce a really famous dish for China. Mr. Yang?
Okay, so this is a yellow croaker from Fujian province, which is a really nice fish, and we love it because the color is golden, so it means more wealth. The most important thing is to keep the fish whole when you steam it, because actually steamed fish comes from the tradition where we make offering to our ancestors. At the Spring Festival reunion table, it also means family is going to be complete. The next year we are going to enjoy the meal again as a whole family.
And in some places, the tail and the head of the fish are saved for New Year's Eve, meaning that you will have abundant things to come throughout the entire year.
Yeah.
Right, Mr. Yang?
Yes.
That's really cool. I can't wait to fill my belly with all good luck and blessings.
Happy New Year, all the best in the coming year.
May the year of snake bring you so much happiness, joy, and love.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Happy New Year.
And that is the New Year's Eve tradition in our bustling capital. But what about the southern regions? I'm really curious, Xiu Yuan, in what unique ways do they celebrate New Year's Eve?
You've got the right person here. Well, in the water towns of Jiaxing, there's a truly unique tradition called the boat banquet. And Anna, have you ever heard about the boat banquet?
Of course not. What is a boat banquet? It seems like a family going to a boat to have dinner in that special night. What do you think?
Yeah, exactly. Jiaxing, as I remember, is a very famous town known for her rich fishery culture, because the fish banquet usually features a variety of dishes, including fresh fish, which symbolize abundance, and rice cakes that represent progress and growth.
Incredible. You've got that right, Eve. And imagine a whole family gather around a beautifully set table, sharing delicious dishes, laughing and creating wonderful memories. It's all about celebrating togetherness and welcoming a prosperous new year with warmth and joy.
How beautiful is that? No one should miss a boat trip in ancient water towns in eastern China. Let's now bring you a taste of very authentic boat banquet dishes.
Winding rivers, wooden boats, stone bridges. No one can miss a boat trip in an ancient Chinese water town.
I am now in Puyuan in Jiaxing City. This is a popular destination for many Chinese people to celebrate the Chinese New Year. They come here not just for a boat ride, but also for a unique traditional experience, a boat banquet.
A table of delicacies at a backdrop of poetic scenery. This is what the boat banquet is about.
So today we like to bring you a taste of local boat banquet dishes. Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Wow, I think this is really delicious.
Yes, of course. We're the typical Jiangnan water town. You cannot miss any fishes in our water.
That's right. In Chinese, the pronunciation of fish is similar to abundant. So eating fish is thought to bring prosperity in the new year. Next up, the 8 treasure duck. The treasure refers to a variety of ingredients stuffed inside a duck. This dish offers a symphony of flavors and symbolizes wealth and good fortune. And now, the legendary Dongpo pork, named after the renowned Song Dynasty poet Su Dongpo. Legend has it that the locals presented him with pork and wine in gratitude for his service. Su in turn shared the cooked pork with the community, leading to the creation of this dish. It's a testament to China's rich culinary heritage. Centuries ago, boat banquets emerged as a vibrant social event when waterways were the primary mode of transport. Today, they have evolved into a cherished leisure activity where families and friends come together to celebrate, feast, and revel in the beauty of the water town. But that's not all these historical towns can offer. Visitors can also immerse themselves in traditions, from exploring traditional Chinese attire to the intangible cultural heritages.
We can wear clothes from the Song Dynasty, sail boats. Most importantly, the spirit of the New Year remains vibrant, ensuring these traditions continue to thrive.
Are you ready for extraordinary Spring Festival experience? Just pack your bags and discover the magic of China's ancient water towns.
Heading west, let us explore the vibrant traditions of Yunnan province. Have you ever heard of the peacock banquet celebrated by the Dai people, Anna?
Well, I know the peacock is more than just a bird in that region that symbolizes good luck and beauty, but now I'm curious about what is this peacock banquet about, you know?
Yeah, well, I guess the dishes are arranged in a way that make you think of the beautiful peacock.
Oh,
spot on, Eve.
yeah.
I would really call it a masterpiece. The banquet does resemble a peacock with vibrant ingredients like fresh vegetables, fish, and meats. And every dish is a symbol of beauty and prosperity.
That's right. It's not only about the visuals. Each dish is carefully infused with local herbs and spices. And as families gather around the stunning display, they also celebrate the New Year with tradition, artistry, and unforgettable flavors.
Now let's follow our reporter Yang Jinghao to Dehong to experience the unique peacock banquet.
If you're looking for a unique and unforgettable Chinese New Year's Eve dinner, the Peacock Banquet is a feast you simply can't miss.
Now let's witness the birth of a beautiful peacock, a feast for both the eyes and the taste buds.
The Peacock Banquet is a popular culinary tradition in Dehongda and Jingpo Autonomous Prefecture in Yunnan Province, where the bird symbolizes good fortune. The banquet brings together iconic dishes from the region's diverse ethnic groups. Everything on the table is edible except for the peacock head, which is just a decorative piece made of foam. And traditionally, the dishes are usually served with your own hands.
Look, here it is, a peacock spreading its dazzling feathers. Is your mouth watering yet?
A unique characteristic of local cuisine is its naturalness, meaning many ingredients and seasonings are sourced directly from nature. And this is how this kind of yellow rice is made.
There
is a type of local wildflower we call the rice dyeing flower. It's usually dried and stored, available year-round. After soaking in water, it's used to steam rice. It's completely natural, with no added coloring. It imparts a subtle floral aroma to the rice.
Even dandelions can be transformed into a delectable dish.
This dish is made by coating dandelion leaves in flour and deep frying them to perfection.
In addition to deep frying, these dishes are prepared using various other cooking methods, including stir-frying, boiling, mixing into cold dishes, and roasting.
This is a signature dish of the Jingpo people, wrapped in roasted beef. Fresh beef is combined with local spices, wrapped in banana leaves, and slow-cooked over charcoal. Once ready, it carries a delicate aroma from the banana leaves.
Today, the Peacock Banquet is becoming increasingly popular with the tourists from all over the country. Beyond its unique flavors, it offers a deep dive into the region's rich ethnic cultures.
And finally, let us make our way to Fujian province, located on the southeastern coast of China. A heartwarming pot of tradition and togetherness are how families there celebrate the special day. And Eve, how do you feel about hot pot?
Wait. Did you just say hot pot? It's one of my favorite meals of all time because Anna, there is nothing better than a hot pot to warm your heart during a cold winter.
Yes, I know what you mean. I also a very, very big fan of hot pot.
You mean Sichuan hot pot?
Of course, Sichuan, the spicy one. We love it. Even sometimes I prepare it at home with my friends, and we absolutely love it. But tonight I'm a little bit curious about this hot pot from Fujian province. Is that bien lu? What is it about?
You know what? As the designated hot pot expert in the room, let me take that one. I think one thing that makes it stand out must be the ingredients. You'll find seafood like raw fish, squid slices, raw prawn crackers as main highlights here.
That's right. Seafood hot pot is what every family serves there. And here's a look at how the Australian lobster is finding its way to Fujian.
On New Year's Eve in China's Fujian province, seafood hot pot must be on the dining tables of local residents. This includes lobster from Australia, leopard coral grouper from the Philippines, and a king crab from Russia. Quanzhou is a coastal city, but at Lin Shixiong's home, imported seafood is the food of choice.
海边旁边就是小海鲜为主，外国的、进口的也很多。
A lobster could cost hundreds of yuan. A king crab costs over 1,000. But it's the most important time in the year, so it's worth having something good.
大家都辛苦一点哦，就准备一顿好的来犒劳大家。
Picking fresh seafood requires a morning trip to the market.
现在280。
Fresh and live seafood are sent to this market every day.
现在是海鲜的旺季，销量都是还可以的。
最好的时候，比如说能卖出多少一天？
我这个销量好几千斤哦。
Though one seafood majorly serves restaurants for feasts and weddings, walk-in consumers are taking a larger proportion now as the Chinese New Year arrives.
客人要吃咯，清蒸嘛，有的就炒，有的是红烧嘛。
China is actually the largest seafood producer in the world, but as you can see, imported seafood is also occupying the market here. Spring Festival is the most important holiday in China, and overseas seafood producers are busy satisfying Chinese people's appetites. And my colleague Greg Navarro in Australia takes a look at how Australian lobsters are finding their ways on Chinese people's dining tables.
I'm Greg Navarro in the port city of Fremantle. This is where most of Australia's western rock lobsters arrive once they've been fished out of the Indian Ocean along a roughly 1,000-kilometre stretch of the West Australia coast. The journey for the crew of the San Giuseppe has been productive. After hours on the ocean, they arrive at the wharf with about 400 kilos of the prized catch.
Each pot weighs 50 kilo, and we've got 150 of them in the water. So, the boys are, handling 7 ton of weight every day just with the pot.
The majority of this catch will be sent to China, which is the industry's biggest and most valuable export market. The crates are plunged into large temporary holding tanks before making the trip to the next phase of the process, about 40 minutes away. This is where all of the lobsters destined for live exports are processed. About 80 tons of lobsters resting in 140 tons of water.
The West Australian lobster industry is actually the largest single-caught species in Australia, and it's a species that we get to catch 12 months of the year. So unlike some of our competitors around the world, we've got a constant supply.
Once the resting period is completed, the lobsters travel through another tank, this one filled with cold water to slow their metabolism. The lobsters go through one final check for quality and size before being transferred into packing crates. Now all that's left for these western rock lobsters is to be loaded onto a plane bound for their final destination, more than 7,500 kilometers away.
Enjoying delicacies with family and friends is a tradition for all Chinese people during a holiday. It's not only lobster from down under, but there's seafood from everywhere that can be found here. And imported seafood is making our dining tables more diverse, giving us more choices for family reunion.
Wow, I don't know about you, Professor Tung, but I am really, really salivating seeing all those delicious dishes, hot pot, boat banquet, of course, peacock banquet. So a lot of delicious food, but let's get ready to head back to the Spring Festival Gala right now for a special dance.
Lately I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. And baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Oh, we'll be counting stars. Like a swinging vine, swing my heart across the line. In my face is flashing signs. Seek it out and ye shall find. Oh, but I'm not that old. Young, but I'm not that bold. And I don't think the world is sold. Just do what we're told. I feel something so wrong. Doing the right thing. Cool. Everything that drowns me makes me wanna fly. I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. Baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Yeah. Take that money, watch it burn. Sink in the river, the lessons I've learned. You can take that money, watch it burn. Sink in the river, the lessons I've learned. Baby, take that money, watch it burn. Sink in the river, the lessons I've learned. You can take that money, watch it burn. Sink in the river, the lessons I've learned. Everything that kills me, yeah, makes me feel alive. I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. And baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Lately, I've been losing sleep, dreaming about the things that we could be. And baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I've learned. Take that, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I've learned. Take that, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I've learned. You can take that, watch it burn, sink in the river, the lessons I've learned. 谢谢。
豆饼之冬天下春，四季忧伤心一程。梦用翅膀更天空，无穷想象待开垦。豆饼之冬天下春，吉祥万千好福分。银河流向宇宙海，一勺星光照红尘。成双龙，迎春深，牧童勾芒老远征。择吉时，选良辰，滚滚岁月又一轮。日月转，阴阳分，天人合一同乾坤。抒情怀，向世人，苍穹与我有共振。豆饼之冬天下春，花红水绿会长生，妻子妙香在沸腾，生命回归到东镇。有理想这是京城，有故人今儿往上升。北斗七星要长空，江浙西气。